5 megapixels, 2/3 of an inch CCD sensor, Leica zoom lens, electronic viewfinder, 2 to 2.4 maximum aperture. These are the impressive specs of a true Leica digital camera. Yeah, that wasn't even impressive in 2004, but hey, let's get going with a review of another Quirky cam and the story why I still love it. The Leica Digilux 2 was announced in 2004. It is one of the first developments out of the Leica-Panasonic cooperation. Leica recognized that digital cameras would be the future, but they were late to the game, so they combined their decades-long experience in lens design with the electronic know-how of Panasonic. And in its time it was overpriced and from the specs sheet alone underperforming. But look at it! The full metal body, the true Leica design, the zoom lens with, well, real Leica glass. The body is quite big, thick, and the weight is just right. Shutter speed has its own metal dial on the top, as does the measuring modes. You can set aperture by turning the lens ring closest to the body, just like with an old-timey Leica. You will not find any PASM mode settings. Instead, you can choose to set shutter speed and/or aperture to automatic or choosing it manually. Next to the 211,000 pixel view screen, there are more buttons, a 4-way dial cross and around it a dial ring which, at least with my model, is a pain to use. They even give the Digilux 2 a pop-up flash, and here comes a nice feature. You can either use it to shoot light directly at your subject or fix it diagonally upward for indirect lighting. They even built in an electronic viewfinder. Okay, the resolution is abysmal from a modern point of view, but you can use it to compose a picture. No auto selection between screen and EVF though, you will have to change it manually. And then there is the sensor, the tiny 2/3 of an inch CCD sensor that produces clean images only at base ISO. But even at maximum ISO, details are retained even with quite a lot of chromatic noise. Oh, and maximum ISO ends at 400 by the way. But at least you get DNG raw images out of it, and the black and white filter option is delightful even directly out of camera and at 400 ISO. Autofocus? Oh yeah, it exists. No, it's not fast. And writing to the SD card takes ages. You can, by the way, only use SD flash cards with a maximum of 2 GB of drive space, so you better have some old ones lying around. So why do I keep it and why do I still use it? Well, one reason is it feels good to pick it up. It feels like something precious and expensive. Even with its major limitations, it is a joy to use. And when staying at moderate ISO and not shooting fast-moving objects, you will get pictures like none you will be able to take with modern cameras. And it is maybe the cheapest digital Leica camera you can get. Even though for its age, it's still quite pricey. If you like this video and if you want to know more about my Quirky cameras in my collection, then please consider subscribing to my small channel and maybe even liking this video. If you have any suggestions, if you agree or disagree, just leave a comment below. And hopefully we'll see each other next time for more Quirky cams. Until then, happy shooting!